Slop. Okay.
All right. You got it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tiffany Shop here with Blackstreet TV, and we're following up with Godfrey after an outstanding show here in Sacramento. You said it during the show, but can you just let us know who are some of your greatest comedic influences?
Oh, influences. Cosby. Other than all the other stuff that's going on, Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, even like Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. Of course, Eddie Murphy took comedy to like a superstar status. Eddie Murphy, and yeah, those are my main. Johnny Carson too. So those are, and even old, like as far as old school, there was like I would watch Lucille Ball, I would watch Red Fox, Sanford. So those are a lot of my comedic influences,
Perfect.
Yeah.
And some of your jokes have that feeling, Richard Pryor pushing the envelope.
Pushing the envelope, the George Carlin, Richard Pryor style. That's like, yeah, I went to University of Illinois. I'm a college grad. I got very militant in college. I'm into like race. I love things about race. I think about it all the time. I like to push the envelope, but I like to do it where it's palatable for everybody.
Right.
Because even after my shows, people from different backgrounds are like, "Wow, that was dope. We got where you were coming from." They get past just the wording and get what the subtext is. Like they go, "Oh, he's just saying, I just want some justice. All we want is justice. That's all me saying black, white, Ku Klux, it's all about we just want justice." But words are what you use in comedy to get emotion out of people.
Right.
It's an actual art form. That's why kind of it kind of sucks. But when there's havoc and there's chaos in the world, it helps us.
Right.
It helps artists. That's where the blues and the jazz came from, and hip hop came from oppression. And with comedy, the worse things get, the better you get, which is scary. It's like when stuff is going wrong, I go, yeah, good. Trump might be president. Yeah, it's horrible.
It's terrible.
Everybody's gonna move except comedians. We're all gonna still be in America because Trump is gonna give us a bunch of shit to write about. You know what I mean?
Well, you said that, and you alluded to in the beginning of the set. You're like, I'm agitated, but that's good for my comedy.
Yes.
But you actually didn't necessarily say what you're agitated about. Was there something that you came in?
I was just talking, just because I'm agitated for no reason. Sometimes I wake up grouchy for no reason because all comedians are angry. I don't care who they are. They're all angry in some kind of way. Everybody uses it differently, but there's an anger in comedy. You know what I mean? And that's actually your fire. That's what fuels you. That's your catalyst. That's what keeps you going is the anger. When you're not angry, I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Because if you look at all the comedians, there's an anger because you're annoyed by something in society. Something pisses you off. A crying baby on an airplane, that makes you mad. Somebody that's too slow in line, road rage. So it's what fuels comedy. It's just anger used creatively.
I like that anger and creative.
Yeah, creative anger.
Perfect. That's good. Then maybe it would work for me. I'm like literally like.
You look like you're just
bubbly.
a happy person.
Really
Bubbly.
Happy. So maybe I won't
You have bubbly hair.
Bubbly everything.
Bubbly.
Yeah, bubbly. So it's so nonsense. But with that, like you said, like polarizing, you get to talk about race, which I love. That's what I like.
Yes.
You get to have a set that says, white supremacy and racism and
oh, it's beautiful. It's all beautiful, man.
But do you feel your audience, and are there ever jokes you skip based on how the crowd is responding?
Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. I've done those jokes in the South, in the deep South. I do those jokes in the South because I'm so confident about them. And I really do trust the audience that they're not that stupid. I go, you're not that dumb. Racism is a dumb man's sport. You know what I mean? It's for dummies because it's dumb shit. So my shit shouldn't go over your head. I'm talking about race.
Especially if they're coming to see you.
It's from ignorance. Racism comes from ignorance. So why would you not get what I'm talking about? But I try to make it as smart as possible, but you have to get what I'm talking about because it comes from dumb motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So real.
It's just a silly ass thing to think about. You don't like someone because they look different, so you stop them from progressing in life. That's crazy to me.
Very crazy.
It's okay to be curious about someone that looks different than you. Like when I was in China, I got a lot of love from Chinese people because they don't really see a lot of black people. So they were literally like, hey, wow, but that's genuine. It's like a little kid. Like when little kids go, if they say, oh, your hair is different, mine's, but they don't hate it. It's okay to be different. It's what you do after that when you see someone that's different. That's the problem. It's the reaction you have.
Right.
It's not a problem when you say, when people say I don't see color, that's a bunch of bullshit too. That's another tired ass politically correct shit that makes my ass itch.
Yes.
I see color. It's good to see color. Color is good. It's amazing how the people that say they don't see color usually hate color, but then when they have babies, they make their rooms colorful, except it can't be on skin, but only on walls.
Wow,
So it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that, because you want to see colors that actually, it's natural to react to somebody of a different hue. That's a natural reaction. Your brain goes, hey man, something looks different. And that's it. It's just when you react in a bad way to harm that person, that's when it's racism, stopping their progress. Prejudging, prejudice, that's normal.
Right.
Because black people judge each other.
Yeah.
You prejudge someone, you don't know her or know him, you don't know what he's about, you make assumptions. That's normal. But when you add in, okay, I don't like them, I don't need to know them, and I'm gonna keep them from going to school, getting a job, then there's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Well, with that, your
Yes.
set was powerful. I really
Thank you.
enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of some of our favorite comedians we've seen, so that's outstanding. Is there someone you prefer to watch now? Like a comedian, favorite comedian friend that you enjoy their comedy?
I love watching, I love watching Chappelle. I love watching David Tell. There's white and black comics I love watching. David Tell. I like watching when Patrice O'Neal was alive. I love watching Patrice O'Neal. Yeah, Patrice O'Neal. Yeah, man. There's a younger comics coming. Monroe Martin. Different dudes. I like to watch certain, and one of my good friends, Marina Franklin, who's an underrated comedian. She's been doing comedy for like 15 years. She went to college with me. Smart, black, female. She doesn't do the typical, black girl, sassy, I got some good stuff, baby. That kind of shit. She does very intelligent shit. She has a podcast called Friends Like Us, which is great. You're trying to check it out. Marina Franklin, she's phenomenal. Yeah, so, there's a lot of my peers that I watch and enjoy, you know what I mean? And
Because that's not always the case. Sometimes it's like, I like me.
Oh, sorry, could I 1 second?
Okay.